Welcome, guys, to part 14 of Sonic 06 commentary. I am Matt from XLP Adventures.
I'm the Hawk of 15. I thought I had a chance to get out of this a while ago. What happened?
Hey there, guys. I'm Sonic Ghost, and just screw us what happened.
Hey everybody, I'm Kim Meister LP. I originally intended not to be in this LP, but sort of got thrown in here anyway, so since I don't have much to say, I'm just going to go around and stream and look around at hentai. No, I'm just kidding.
No one's surprised by that. I'm just saying that.
And I'm Saxdu26 and what?
Oh, apparently Marley's surprised by it.
Chicken, flour, egg, seed. That's Mephiles.
Hello,
He
Mouthless
has no
Shadow.
mouth.
Chicken, flour, egg, seed. That's all I got out of that conversation.
This is Mephiles. He has no mouth. He also has
I still think it's...
exorcist music going on behind him.
I still say it's lazy character design.
Jesus Christ, the freaking mannequin!
He stares into your soul.
I'm pretty convinced it is in fact Knuckles in a Shadow Halloween costume. He is voiced by Jim Green after all.
You know, that's a good possibility. That is a good possibility. I like that.
My God, none of them like actually.
A Halloween prank by Knuckles.
Now that I'm actually watching the cutscenes like in full-fledged form, I can really see just how dull and emotionless these guys are. I mean, they really do look like mannequins with the lighting effects on them and all. It's just, eh.
I think there's more expression in eyebrows than their actual faces.
Anyways, back to besides the character design. This part right here kind of bothers me a little bit because, Silver just believes this guy. He just came out of nowhere. Just said,
Well, of course.
"Oh, I know how to fix all this."
Well, you don't believe every random person that comes up to you? Come on.
Think about it, Matt.
Every random stranger with a big black fan who says they have candy is true.
Think about it this way, Matt. Silver lives in a post-apocalyptic future where, for as much as we can tell, he and Blaze are the only two people who have survived besides Iblis. If you actually find someone else who's actually alive, regardless of whether they're bad or evil, if he doesn't take opportunity of the fact that he's bumped into them, nothing's going to change. So as stupid as his decision was, the sheer fact is, there were only 3 people alive, so why not? I don't either.
Blaze here.
You know, I know it's too late by this point of the playthrough, but I think we should have done a plot hole counter for this entire game.
No. Well, I think Blaze being here is one of them.
The editing for that would just be atrocious.
Yeah.
It'd pretty much be 200 every single 5 minutes.
Yeah, Ken, do you remember when Team 4-Star did Dragon Ball Z Kai Episode 1 Abridged, and the Krill encounter got to over 9,000 and then exploded?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's where we're at
that's
right
pretty
now.
much, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We're not even halfway through the game yet.
But
I'd be surprised if we're even a quarter.
I'm surprised we're still on the game.
I doubt it ever explains why Blaze is actually in the future with him.
Because the writers got stupid.
Yeah, she's from a different dimension, isn't she?
Yeah, in
She's
fact, they
actually
had
a
to
different
completely
dimensional
write her
Sonic.
out. They had to completely write her out, and the creator said, because of big confusion, that Blaze is from a different dimension.
Yeah.
Sonic 06 of her being in the future is not canon.
Excuse me, Sonic developers. I am not a Sonic person. I barely ever played Sonic games, and I knew this.
Oh,
Just
by the
point
way,
that
I
out.
had to. Okay. I had to speed this up.
You had to speed up Silver because he's so slow.
I thank you, sir. This is how fast he'd normally be running, but it's not. How fast did you have to speed this up?
Matt, the funny thing is...
It still doesn't even look that fast.
Do you know what the funny thing is,
Actually,
Matt? I can tell that you've sped it up but kept the audio in because you're in the middle of this forest where there's nothing and I heard you walk through the help question mark.
Even with the sped up portion, it still doesn't even look that fast.
Single layered extreme!
Silver has a very, very slow running speed, that's why.
I don't even know why I'm speaking Scottish. Extreme! Yeah.
It's Marley. It's
But
extreme.
yeah, I had to speed this up because look how slow he's going.
That's max
Make-
speed, everybody. Yeah.
I mean, like, I had to because we've been sitting there for at least a good minute. Just him trying to get across from there.
It is official. Silver wears the slow down state. Sonic 3 multiplayer.
Middle-aged man in the middle of a forest. Yeah, that's safe. That's definitely safe. Why is he there?
Sorry, but what actually categorizes middle-aged?
I don't know. I guess it's because he looked like he's in his 30s,
Whoa.
maybe.
Yeah, but if he's middle-aged, then that's implying that he'll live till 60. If he looks like he's in his 30s, you're implying he'll live until he's 60. No, he's just
Or
man.
Okay,
He could be 35.
A better title would just be tourist.
old woman. Well, she isn't.
Lady, get your head out of the pothead.
Anyways, we had to. It took me a while to figure out where in the heck I was supposed to go because, well, like I said,
It is
before,
Sonic.
one thing that bothers the crap out of me is the fact that this game doesn't really tell you where in the heck you're supposed to go.
If you need proof on that, watch Pennies of Kingdoms.
Yeah.
Who needs to watch the overrated them?
Anyways, this is the second area. This is tropical jungle. Well, we've already been here before, but good lord. This one's a
At least
little
we
bit.
don't have to. At least one, we have different music, and two, we don't have to carry around a portable barrier.
Well, this is official. This game has like literally killed my computer just as it did Solaris's.
What? What happened, Ken?
It just randomly dropped on me for some reason. It's
Oh,
a,
you need time again?
no, it's Skype's fault, not the freaking video. Speaking of video, it reset it on me. Where are we at?
712.
713, 714, 715, 716, 717, 718, 19, 720.
Okay, this level, honestly, with silver.
7:30. Is that good? 7:30.
That's good.
Yeah, 7:30 right now. Yep. Yeah. Anyways, this level in particular gets really confusing because this is all just a big maze. I don't know. I just don't like this level very much with silver.
Has your
Then
opinion
again-
of this game changed ever since you started LPing this game, Matt?
Not really.
I'm
Sort.
I'm pretty sure
okay.
it has.
Okay, no, okay. I'm gonna say this right now. We'll see in the next part. That's what's changed about that, in my opinion, in this game.
Yeah.
See in
I
the
think
next-
one thing I will say, I think Matt's opinion of it hasn't necessarily changed, but I don't think it's changed to the point that he would call it the worst Sonic game. Would he call it a bad one? Yes. Would he call it the
Yeah,
worst? No.
I'll say this right
I
now.
would.
When I first played this game, didn't think the game had problems. What
I'm
my
not gonna
problem
lie, I don't think I'd want to play this game.
is what when I
Like,
first
move
played
fast.
this game-
Freaking soul.
when I first played this game, I didn't think it was bad. I just felt like I was doing everything wrong. I felt, in my honest opinion, I felt this game had a humongous learning curve. Not
You
glitchy.
poor naive fool.
Somebody
I
needs to
didn't
start
think that-
writing a better writer.
I didn't think this game had poor design. I just felt like it had a humongous learning curve. That's my honest opinion
Hmm.
when I first played this.
And
And I will say, even with the glitches, it still does, like, in terms of making your way around the glitches so the game is actually playable, the learning curve is still rather steep. If you decide, for whatever reason, like us,
Yeah,
that you want to play the game.
I'm really weird when I play games. I don't let little challenges hurt me. Okay, prime example of this, Lester. You remember when you were playing Modern Warfare 3 earlier today?
Yeah.
You let X6 hurt you, though.
No, I haven't played X6 all the way yet.
thought you
I only played the intro stage of it so far. But anyways,
that's all you really need to play.
anyways, my prime example of this
Oh,
is
wow, the
this
physics
one
are weirder.
particular, one particular spot in Modern Warfare 1. I was stuck on a checkpoint for 3 hours on Veteran. Was I frustrated? Oh yeah, I was frustrated. I didn't stop. I kept playing until I finally beat it. Same kind of concept applied here, honestly. There's this one part when I first heard about this game. It was from my neighbor's aunt who had this game. She couldn't beat the whale portion of Sonic Story on Wave Ocean. She couldn't get past the whale portion. And I was like, oh, really? So I picked up the game and I kept playing, and I could see why she couldn't get past it. Because she didn't know how to, I didn't know what the heck I was supposed to do. But honestly, I was like, I finally got past it, and I started playing it more. Then again, I thought this game had a humongous learning curve to it. I didn't think that it was all glitchiness. I didn't encounter many glitches when I first played it. That's my honest take on it.
I stick by my Fortnite fool comment.
Well, then again, I was 16 years old, and I was pretty damn naive when I was 16 years old.
You're still naive.
I'm still naive, I still, yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I was like that too when I was that age. There are my tastes have.
Flying saucer.
Whoa!
Oh god.
Havoc's finished engine at its
Concrete
finest.
into the camera!
That is Havoc's finished, the physics engine of Havoc at its finest right there.
Though my
Let's
tastes
speak
properly
properly.
and video.
I can see why they call it Havoc now.
Yep. That's why when I saw Star Wars Force Unleashed, you know, the HD version, there's like 3 different physics engines. Because Havoc wasn't good enough.
Oh, speaking of
My
Sparks,
God, people interrupting me.
Go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I know what you mean, man. I mean, my tastes weren't exactly the greatest when I was 16 either, but no, I feel like I'm a bit over analytical of things. In a way, you can say my taste has been matured, but I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. One thing I will say that I don't like about this level, the whole beat 'em up portion here. You have to kill everything to advance.
Isn't there a way you can just skip that by hovering around in the crates?
Aren't there levels that are worse in terms of that, though?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could skip that whole nother portion if you just stood on one of the crates and hovered up.
Yeah, I know. But I wasn't thinking at that point. It really wasn't.
That's easy.
Wait, it's got a B rank. I was happy about it.
Oh.
And what's the next portion? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
How do you
what
get the
level
gold
comes
medal? So they just sort of randomly get it?
They're
Okay,
story
A gold,
driven.
a gold medal, yeah, it's a story mission completion medal.
Okay, think Ken as an emblems from other Sonic games.
Except these
they
do
don't actually do anything.
Yeah, they do absolutely nothing. They're only there for achievement's sake, and you get all the achievements and bragging rights of file crap.
I believe they were meant to help you unlock Supersonic in the game, but no! They've decided to take that upgrade out completely because they're complete and total ning-nongs.
No, they completely ignored, controlling Sonic at standard levels of Super until Colors.
Why is there like a random village on the top of a hill in the middle of nowhere
Because.
that looks unreachable?
Because
Because
you
they
can see in the
had,
background though.
because they
because.
had
Man,
that
I think-
starting place for Wave Ocean.
That's like the
Yeah,
worst.
Richard-
That's like the worst place you can live.
I just
Hey,
thought of
wait,
something.
and then we're moving.
I just thought of something.
Okay.
Can you mix that with Gamma?
I don't know. But anyways,
You can.
You probably could. It wouldn't be
Guys,
surprised.
beats.
Probably
guys, coming up here in a second, I want to show you. I want you guys to see something. Okay, this is. Okay, remember when I told you about not finding glitches? I found one here. Oh, besides that.
Oh, that,
Yeah, look,
yeah.
looky
Well,
here. Oh,
We.
well, to be honest, Gamma probably wasn't actually made by Eggman, but he was actually an import model from Zombucom. Because after all, the only limits from Zombucom is yourself.
But yeah, we're playing Wave Ocean as Blaze. I'm kind of getting sick and tired of seeing this level, honestly.
Dude, everyone's sick and
I think
tired
we all
of this
are.
level after the first playthrough.
Yeah.
This is the first
You
time
can't
I've
want
seen it. I'm
to.
getting tired of seeing that.
Okay, Ken,
You're
this
just
is,
saying that.
this is the third time we've played this level. This exact
I'm
level.
sure it's
that
not the
we-
last one either.
No, we're not done. We still have to play this level
Yeah.
for like one or two more times. I wouldn't
Yeah.
be too certain.
So I guess in a way, it's a good thing I missed. Could you say it's a good idea that I missed most of this playthrough?
Probably.
At least one of those characters actually has the decency to go around on a different route. Shadow.
Yeah.
Oop, there we go.
So why didn't you do Shadow's story before Silver's? I mean, isn't
Because
Get this over with.
Silver's story doesn't link up to the last story as well as Shadow's does. That's why. Shadow's story leads right into the last story.
Yeah.
it's too much of a mess to care about?
Yeah?
Well, and then again, I wanted to get this playthrough out of the way because honestly, Silver's is one of the more tedious playthroughs.
Yeah, besides playing as Blaze or the occasional Sonic or Shadow, it's very slow.
And if the next part is the part I'm thinking of, yeah, you'll find out.
There's a reason why we're
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's a reason I wanted Kevin to be in part 15.
Yeah, I'm being required to be in the next part, so that's why I'm in this part now to
Well,
Yeah, because
the
we're
reason
big.
why is because
get ready.
Yeah, because we were there for it, Kevin. We already know the aneurysm that happens on next. But we'll just.
And then I just sort of happened to be here.
next part
Because-
is the most famous part. If anybody who's ever even heard of this game, they've heard of what happens in the next part. So that's why I'm kind of like building it up to the next part. 'cause
Can't complain.
Look
Ooh,
at this.
shiny crystal.
Can't complain. Got an S rank.
Can't complain. Got an S rank. Yeah,
Can't
true.
complain. You playing this game?
No, you can complain. You're playing this game.
I love how that's worded. Cleared ACT mission. So what? Are we doing occasional math equations
No.
when we don't notice?
No, Ken. ACT. No, wait, that's the ATC. No, ACT. What is that state
No, he-
in? I can't
No,
remember.
he's got it right. There is an there is an ACT. Well,
Anyway,
I think
this is-
there's.
SAT and then there's an
I think now
ACT.
we're just losing what we were trying to say.
Because we're trying. Oh god damn
Hey.
it, Amy, go away!
Bad
Nobody
position.
loves
just
you.
saying this right
Amy-
now. This is the second fucking time Amy's ever done.
How could you
something
not tell that was not Sonic? He's white.
She's so colorblind, blonde, whatever way you really kind of
God,
stereotypical joke you want to
Got
put in
a
here.
pothead for a head.
Oh, okay.
The
I know
pothead
what you're
fucking-
trying to say. How could she be blonde? She's pink. Think of it this way. She's
I
a
said
straw-
joke. I didn't mean actual
No,
blonde.
no,
but you
let's
get the
think of it
point.
this way.
He's a
Let's
natural.
think of it this way.
Can I interject?
Guys, we're interrupting each other. Stop it.
I told you. I knew that was gonna happen. That's why I was gonna sit it out.
Think of it this way.
Ah!
Amy, strawberry blonde.
What's your name?
Terrible.
Strawberry blonde. I don't even.
I'm Amy Rose.
Yeah.
Hey, wait!
Hey, wait!
Silver, just push her off. Just push her off the thing right now and put her in the ocean, please. For
Save us
everybody's
all
sake.
the misery. And while you're at it, do that for big.
Alright, ready to start the next video?
Anyway,
We haven't ended this one.
We'll see you guys.
Calm yourself.
Jump on the gun a bit there, Ken.